Morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today with a special guest, and we are in a special new spot. This is the Florida Outdoor Sportsman, Mr. James. So check his channel out if you haven't already. We are going to be fishing up here in, I just looked the name of the place up, Cotton Lake Ramp. It's a little lake off the Escambia River, a little small lake. Going to be fishing for kind of sort of whatever bites. Going to hopefully get on some good bass, maybe some good white perch. Life is good. We may hit the river if it don't pan out and go somewheres, but stick around. Wish us some luck. Slowing down just a little bit. So this first initial pass right here, I'm just using this hybrid hunter, trying to get a basic gauge on what I think the depth is, trying to find any drop-offs. This water right now is pretty clear to where I can see the drop-offs. Just want to make one pass around it, get a gauge for everything, and then I'll start honing it in if it's necessary. Got him. Get him in here. Yep. Alright, this little healthy dude on the hybrid hunter. Alright, so this fish right here is saved because I have a tournament tomorrow. He'd be the perfect size for me to keep and take home. I just let him flop out so he thinks it's his idea. So after fishing all these trees for about an hour, we decide to go a little bit closer to the river and fish the main lake. It seems kind of stagnant back here, not much water movement, and don't get anything back in the main lake anymore, so we end up deciding to go south in the river, hit a little creek down yonder, and that next footage is going to be us going there. Here we are pretty close together heading down the river. You can see he's got a little bit easier of a job paddling than I do, but it's not too bad here on the main river today. When we get off the river though, on this little side creek here, man, this current is swift. I remember thinking when I was going through here, I really had to kind of control my my drift through there a little bit, because that place was rough. Once we get off that swift part of that little creek, it actually settles out pretty nice into this little creek lake here. Alright, we have rode the wave on down south to a little creek. Pretty swift, as you probably saw on that coming in footage, but we're kind of off in a nice little resting spot here. Opens up to what it's I don't know, it's kind of a little basin, I guess you'd call it. James says it's a lake. Hopefully it goes pretty far back in here and we're able to get on some fish. Only caught one so far, but honestly these adventure trips are the best ones, because once you find the fish, they're pretty much yours. You ain't got to worry about too many other people coming in on you. Life is good. Let's catch some more fish. Still tossing that hybrid hunter out. I really want to get a few more fish with it before I switch over to ultralight. And I'm thinking this sandy bottom creek might get it done. There you go. Decent little largemouth. Probably a 14 and a half, 15 incher. See it right there? Yeah, probably about a 14 and a half, 15 incher, something like that. So the water going back on up in this creek is pretty shallow. James decided he didn't want to go through it anymore in his boat. But it's perfect depth for a kayak. You know, you've got one shallow side, you've got one side that just kind of slides off in the depth a little bit. And that's what we're going to be taking advantage of real quick with this hybrid hunter. Since I just missed something on this hybrid hunter, I'm going to kind of hug this bank a little bit and make a few casts in this bend right here. There's definitely a fish that bumped me. So we got a little like 2-pounder. Kind of gonna have to chase him right here. Be able to bite in this little creek right here. I just caught a spot. Chunky little spot. Catch and release. Another spot. No, that one may be a largie. No spot. No spot. I did not expect that. He hit it hard.
Alright, so after catching 4 bass and that pickerel, water got pretty shallow in that creek, decided to turn around. I have since switched over to the Zman Shad Fryz. I have been working the sort of the bank line around all of this creek, this lake area here. I've decided it's pretty darn shallow, so now I'm going to start kind of working the middle portion of the creek here, just trying to find a little deeper water.
There's a little perchy. Okay, might be able to make a little something happen there. Little perchy perch. Let's let this young man go. Let's see if we can't find an old drunk one out here. So right now we're at 4 bass, a chain pickerel, and a little dink perch. There he goes. Come on, baby. It's a gooder. Found him. Found him, baby boy. That's probably a 9.5 incher. Okay, there he goes. Perch number 3. Oh. There he goes. Probably a 9-incher. There's got a frog in his throat. Oop, oop, oop. Probably the best one of the day. Let's put him back. See that over there?
I just got to my spot.
Okay, I was going to tell you, I picked up 4 perch so far off of an old log.
Okay.
About where I left you at.
Okay.
This is number 5 right here. Yeah, it's number 5 right here.
I just got in here. I've got to go for 5.
Okay, all right, good deal. But I was just telling you in case you needed to, you know, find a few. They're in here.
Okay. I might swing back through there on the way out. I don't get much in here.
All right, sounds good. Talk to you in a bit.
All right.
All right, bye. Right there, little fella. That's 6, I think. we got here? Little cat daddy? Oh yeah, little cat daddy. So got him. Come on, man. It's a little channel. Let go on that side of the boat so they don't stick me. Goes. He felt pretty good. Yeah, and if we were keeping, that'd be another 9-incher. All right, put him back. There he goes. I knew they had to be out here wider than that. I was catching them all in one spot before, but I knew there had to be more wider school. And yeah, sure enough. That one stuck me. That one stuck me. Not very nice. Not very nice at all. Alright, so caught several little white perch. Some of them were decent size. If I'd have been bringing a cooler, I would be over the moon, because I caught it enough to definitely make a good mess, but no cooler today. It's an all catch and release. I shot this little scene a minute ago. I was talking about how I hadn't seen James in a minute, wasn't sure where he was. And right as I was saying that, he called me. He's already kind of eased back on towards the ramp. I think he caught a few back yonder way, wherever he went. But I think he's fishing down that way, so it's going to take me a good minute to paddle out of this little creek. It is very, very swift, so I'm just going to have to take my time. I'm not getting a big hurry. Once I get out to the main river, it'll be a little safer. But yeah, we've got several little overhangs and stuff I got to get between. Got to navigate that kind of delicately, but all in a day's work when it comes to creek and river fishing. Yeah, let's get after it.
Alright, so we are now about to approach the creek. So all that stuff that we had to take our time and just sort of steer going downstream, we're about to have to paddle, and fight against it going upstream. As you can see, we're fighting some current right here. Pretty good little current seams running through these lay down logs. Not too bad. You just got to you got to paddle hard, and you got to take your time and make sure you don't get sucked into anything. And once we got back on the main river, as you can see, when it rains it pours, and it's starting to pour for sure. Rained on us about maybe, I don't know, 30-35 minutes. Rain's letting up a little bit here. I'm fully soaked, ready to get back to the boat ramp, and that is what we are doing now.
So we have made it back to the ramp. So I didn't really get anything back in Cotton Lake. Most of my catches were way down yonder. Starting to rain off and on. getting a little bit heavier, I think, so I'm gonna go ahead and ease on out of here. This has been a good trip. James has already skedaddled. He caught him a few fish. Good trip for him too. Until next time, 8 Mile Drifter out.